Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Ado About Nothing. And this week, we got a sweet one. We're heading to Modern to combo off with Morophon, Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord in Slivers. Morophon Sliver combo. So let's talk about this really unique, super weird combo deck. Jump into some games, see it in action. All right, so here is our ridiculous Morophon Sliver combo deck. And the idea of this deck is simple. We're trying to get Morophon on the battlefield as quickly as possible. Of course, it's 7 mana. That's a lot of mana, so we got to cheat it into play. For this, we turn to Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord, which it's -3, can put a vampire into play. Morophon is a shapeshifter, it's a changeling, it's all creature types. So essentially, Sorin just puts Morophon into play, hopefully on turn 3. Once we get Morophon down, our most important combo piece is the first Sliver. The first Sliver cascades when it comes into play and gives all of our Slivers cascade. The trick here is Morophon lets us name a creature type when it comes into play, and it makes spells of that type cost a Wooburg less to play. 1 mana of each color, which means the first Sliver is free. So what this deck wants to do, turn 3, Sorin, put Morophon into play, a free first Sliver, and this starts a ridiculous cascade of cascade effects that is going to end with us winning the game. When we cascade, we're either going to hit another Sliver, which lets us cascade again, or we're going to hit a tutor. The rest of our deck is 100% tutors, Profane Tutor, Summoner's Pact, Aladrami's Call, Grim Tutor, Search for Glory, Witch Call Talisman. These cards do 2 things. First, early in the game, they find our Sorin, they find our Morophon, they find our first Sliver, they find our 3 combo pieces. So even though we got 3 combo pieces, because we have nigh infinite tutors, we're actually really good at finding them consistently. And then after we start the combo chain, let's say we cast the first Sliver, we hit a Profane Tutor, Summoner's Pact, Aladrami Call, any of these cards, that's going to let us tutor up another Sliver. The rest of our Slivers, we have 2 Sliver Legions to pump our Slivers. We have 1 Sliver Hive Lord to give everything indestructible, and then 4 Cloud Shredder Slivers to give our team flying in haste. The end result of our cascade chain, as we're cascading into more tutors, is eventually we're going to end up with all these Slivers on the battlefield. We're going to have a Morophon, a first Sliver, a Sliver Legion, a Sliver Hive Lord, a Cloud Shredder Sliver, or more than 1 Cloud Shredder Sliver. And since Sliver Legion pumps all of our team, and all of our stuff's indestructible, and it all is flying in haste, we're essentially just going to smack our opponent for like 30 or 40 damage in the air with massive Slivers at the end of the combo, and that's all the deck's trying to do. That is it. That is all. That's the plan. Mana base, pretty wild, because we want a backup plan of being able to cast things like the first Sliver. So we have all 5 colors of mana, some 5-color lands, some fetches, some shocks, some basics. Sideboard, pretty simple. We try not to sideboard much with this deck, because remember, we want to be cascading into tutors, so if we bring in too many sideboard cards, we're going to cascade into defense grids and assassin's trophies and so forth, and not into our tutors, which could fizzle our combo. So usually you're bringing basically up to 4 cards most of the time. We got Leyline of Sanctity to stop Thoughtseize effects, basically discard effects, defense grid to stop counter spells, assassin's trophy, and engineered explosives are mostly to deal with things that stop cascade, because like the Rhino cascade deck and Living End are pretty popular right now. There's a lot of Chalice of the Void's Void Mirrors running around. Assassin's Trophy, Engineered Explosives gives us a way to answer those. And that is the absurdity of Morophon Sliver combo. That's our Much Brew deck for this week. So let's jump into some games. See how it works. How often can we pull off this combo? How ridiculous is this deck actually? Let's find out. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Looking for some sweet new Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms cards? Well, you can order them now from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Much Ado About Nothing time. We are playing some Morophon Sliver Wombo combo, and this hand's actually pretty good. As long as we don't get hit by discard, this hand's actually kind of the nut draw, the turn 3 kill. I mean, counters or a discard. We have turn 2 Aladrami's Call, turn 3 Sorin Pact. We can Sorin Summoner's Pact up first Sliver. Aladrami's Call for Morophon. Opponent, Lotus Bloom. Okay, I think that's good news. Our opponent's playing Ad Nauseam. Ad Nauseam doesn't really have much interaction. It might be good. I think this could work. Angel's Grace. Ooh. Well, I guess we want to hope our opponent taps down. The risk is, so we got our combo set up. Ad Nauseam is not going to stop us from comboing. However, they could let us combo, and after we cast a bunch of Summoner's Packs, just fizzle our attack with Angel's Grace, and then make us die to our own pack. So that's the That's the risk. So in our dream world, our opponent just taps all their mana this turn. Opponent. All right. Lotus Boom taken down. Sure. All right. Tap out, tap out, tap out. Please, 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 please. All right. Land. Oh, come on. Opponent taps their mana. Oh, Suspense Profane Tutor. All right. So opponent's trying to set up for their combo. I think we're good. Unless our opponent's playing something weird that is unexpected in their deck, we should have it. We should have it with a full combo. So Aladrami's Call for Morophon. So we got our Morophon. Untap and win. Hopefully. I don't know what can go wrong at this point. I think we're hopefully good. All right. So, Sorin, take down Sorin, Morophon, on Sliver, Summoner's Pact, and now the fun begins. Summoner's Pact gets us the first Sliver, opponent's tapped out, so we don't got to worry about Angel's Grace, first Sliver, Cascade, into, I mean, it doesn't even really matter, we just have the win in hand. Well, actually, do we? Yeah, we do have the win in hand. Like, we might cast some stuff for fun, but, I mean, we can, anytime we play Sliver Legion, we play Cloud Shredder, and that's just lethal. Sliver Legion, Cascade, get a Surge for Glory. I mean, this is where the deck, at least before sideboarding, should not fizzle. Like, we should be able to just keep going and going and going until we eventually assemble lethal. Get another first Sliver for more cascading. We could win. Instead, we will do a bit of cascading. I mean, when you get this set up and you can cast all this stuff for free and cascade a ton of times, how do you pass up? How do you pass up the opportunity to just win? And our opponent doesn't know that we have Cloud Shredder, so we don't have to feel like a jerk about it. Yep. Let's us Profane Tutor. Oh, Sorin rather. Opponent has Profane Tutor. Opponent was going to win in like one more turn. 2 more turns for sure. They might have won this turn. They definitely would win in 2 turns when Profane Tutor comes down. Cloud Shredder, and now we have full lethal, and that should do it. And that's a combo. That is a combo. That's a turn 3 kill with Sorin, Morophon, Slivers. That is a full combo. That is it. That is all. That is the plan. Opponent's ad nauseing. I guess that means we need defense grids. Defense grids can keep our opponent hopefully from getting us with Angel's Grace, which is one of the things we are most concerned about. It does make our cascade slightly worse. So we'll trim a tutor, trim a Cloud Shredder. Something like that. I mean, that was it. That's what we wanted to do. That's what the deck is trying to do. Oh, opponent 2 lands and dead to the Sliver Onslaught. This deck's so hilarious when it works. When it doesn't work, it doesn't do anything. But when it works, look out. All right, on to game number 2 against Ad Nauseam. This hand is pretty bad. We have infinite Cloud Shredders and no combo pieces. 1 land, definitely mulliganing. Ooh, okay. This hand I actually kind of like. We're still gonna need 1 more land, but we have Gemstone Caverns to get our ramp on. We will put, how are we doing this? Hive Lord to the bottom, Gemstone Caverns, exile, search for glory. I think we got to keep the defense grid. Opponent passing. Well, land and defense grid. Go. Pathway for our opponent and passes and land off the top, please. All right, there's the land. Wow, we need 2 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Sorin. Protected by the defense grid. Take it up. Well, in a perfect world, we draw either Morophon or the first Sliver. If we top deck one of those, we win next turn. Most likely. If not, we gotta do it the hard way. Opponent passes. Sorin. Well, 1, 2, 3. Grim Tutor for Morophon. And we're gonna put it into play. We don't have the Cascade combo, but this is still not bad. Morophon, Sliver Legion. Okay, opponent's going to Pact of Negation. So they're going to Pact of Negation's Angel's Grace. Well, we'll see if they can win. Opponent might be able to just win here. They got an Angel's Grace or they're dead. So there's an Angel's Grace. If they have Thassa's Oracle and a way to exile their deck, they got it. About it. Okay, tap land. Well, that's a bit comforting. Still need multiple combo pieces, though, to actually go off. Opponent. Hiding away. Eladrami's Call. Okay. White, green. Actually, I guess we only need 1 because we have the Morophon. Get a first Sliver. Cast the first Sliver. See what we hit. Profane Tutor. Okay. Get a first Sliver. We're close. Bad news is we're going to Cascade into defense grids, which isn't exactly helpful. First Sliver. Cascade. Search for glory. That's fine. That gets a first Sliver. Actually, I think we get the pump Sliver now. Actually, you know what? We will take first Sliver. We just need as many Cascades as possible at this point. Eladrami's Call. Okay, that can get Haste Sliver. Get a Cloud Shredder. Now we just need a little more damage. So one more tutor. All right, there's a Profane Tutor. That should do it. Profane Tutor gets us Sliver Legion. Summoner's Pact. You know what? We're not even going to cast it. No reason. I don't think our opponent can do anything, but Sliver Legion. Cascade. Aladrami's Call might as well. Get a Cloud Shredder. Cloud Shredder. Cascade. Get a Profane Tutor, and that does it. That does it. Get a defense grid, because why not? Go to combat, attack you, and game. That was impressive. Whew. All right. That is Sliver-ageddon. That was a turn 3 kill and a turn 4 kill. The deck's janky and disruptible, but when it works, it really works. Much ado about nothing time. We're keeping this. We're trying to combo off with Morophon, Sorin, Slivers in Modern. And this hand, we need a first Sliver. Although I guess Sorin into Morophon into Sliver Legion is still not bad. Opponent, Steam Vents, untapped, and Strike It Rich. Interesting. Well, Temple Garden tapped. It's a little concerning that our opponent's storming off or something. We still need at least like 2 turns to really win. Opponent. Having some land. Okay, they're a Phoenix deck. Finds their land. All right, that's a good draw for our opponent. We find even more lands, unfortunately. Well, 1, 2, 3, Surge for Glory. Get a Sorin past the turn. Well, come on, First Sliver. First Sliver is the win, assuming we resolve Sorin. Although, just Sorin into Morophon into Sliver Legion is kind of scary. Opponent, more lands. Probably going to try to get back their Phoenixes, I assume. Phoenix Demolich. At least Demolich doesn't fly, and our Slivers can theoretically block it. Or we could just draw first Sliver and win. That would be the best. Gotta worry a little bit about like Force Negation or maybe a Spell Pierce, but chart a course for our opponent. Discards another Arclight Phoenix. All right, opponents, going off. There's a Lightning Bolt. There's the Phoenixes. Well, it was a good turn for our opponent. Goes to combat, hits us. Well, come on, first Sliver. Opponent hits us to 12. We untap. Aladrami's Call. Oh, we need one more turn. Well, play Sorin. Put Morophon into play on Sliver. Sliver Legion. Land. Well, hopefully we live. So we're going to 6, which means if our opponent can bolt, they can get us here. Otherwise, Aladrami's Call for first Sliver should end with us winning the game. Hopefully. Opponent. Pump fakes. Certain Visions. Well, gonna be close. 2 Arclight Phoenixes is a kind of a lot. 2 manas. Manamorphose, that's a freebie. And maybe they're trying to get back Demolich, another land. Dragon's Rage Channeler, sure. Lightning Bolt. All right. Opponent found 1, kills the Sorin. Well, we don't really need the Sorin now anyway, and plays a Demolich. All right. Opponent attacks. This should be a win unless our opponent is, well, they can't even have Force Negation. Hits us to 6. Well, unless we get super unlucky. 1, 2, Aladrami's Call. First Sliver. Cast it. Free. Cascade into Aladrami's Call. Is this lethal? I think this doesn't fly. This doesn't fly. Yeah, let's just take Cloud Shredder and win. First Sliver. Cloud Shredder Sliver. Into Profane Tutor. Into Sliver Hive Lord. Sliver Hive Lord. Into Surge for Glory. And now we can stop. Opponent. All right. Dead. And that was us overcoming the double Phoenix Star. Opponent had double Phoenix is really early. And we still got there. Bad news is we don't actually have anything that specifically fights this deck. Could bring in like defense grids. We don't have Graveyard Hate. I mean, we're pretty committed to comboing off. Let's go down a Wish Claw, a Cloud Shredder, a Summoner's Pact, bring in 3 defense grids. Because our opponent probably is going to bring in counters and run it like that. Okay. Well, I mean, we're going to keep this. We need a land. We got the Sorin. We got the first Sliver. So basically, we need a Morophon and another land. Yeah, we'll keep. Defense grid should mean counters aren't a huge concern. Well, Profane Tutor's okay. It's not super fast here, but it is a way we can get a combo piece eventually. What do you got? Steam Vents, tapped. Passes. Not a land. Well, slightly painful, but suspend Profane Tutor. Go. We do need to be careful about running Gemstone out of counters. Opponent. Manamorphose. And Manamorpho. Ooh, hopefully this doesn't end with a Phoenix in the graveyard. Dragon's Rage. Lightning Bolt. Surveils. All right, well, come on, land. Our best draw is just a land. Another. All right, so opponent's just firing it all off. Dragon Rage, double Lightning Bolt. No Phoenixes, though. Oh my god, they got a Demolich. Okay, that's worse. Profane Tutor takes down. We draw not a land. Play defense grid. Pass the turn. So we're getting kind of smacked here. The good news is, if we draw a land, we win next turn. We just need to draw the land. We even have the defense grid protection. Opponent, Faithless Salvaging. I mean, I guess there's some small chance that our opponent can kill us here. All right, no Arclight's good. So, oh, there is an Arclight. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can they get back the Phoenix? Hopefully no. Chart a course. I mean, this puts our opponent a spell short, right? Draws discards. Okay. Opponent hits us. Well, do we draw the land? That is the only question. If we draw the land, we win. If we don't draw the land, we lose. Opponent hits us. We could tutor up a land, but then we'd have to draw Morophon, which is less likely. So we got to get the Morophon, and then we just gotta trust the magic gods that we're gonna hit this land. Profane tutor. Our buddy Morophon. Defense grid dead. All right. Well, that was just unfortunate, I guess. Oh boy. All right. So we just had 2 lands in our top 18 cards. All right. Well, that happens on occasion. Run it back. I mean, that is a thing that can happen. It's Magic. Sometimes you draw land, sometimes you don't, and that was a don't. All right. We're on the play. Okay. I mean, we need a land. Stop me if you've heard this one before. I mean, with a land, this is a turn 3 kill. Opponent, Spire Bluff. Assuming we don't get hit by a counter, Dragon's Rage, Channeler. Opponent passes. Gemstone Mine. Well, okay. Can we draw land? If we lose this twice in a row because we can't draw land, I'm going to cry about it. Scalding Tarn. Goes to combat, hits us. Yeah. And land off the top, please, magic gods. No. Pass the turn. Oh my god. Not again. Not again. Not again. Opponent cracks. Oh, geez. Oh, not like that. This is the worst way to lose. Losing is one thing. Losing because you can't draw your 3rd land 2 games in a row is the brutalist. Opponent, Faithless Salvaging. Gonna try to get the Phoenixes going. Discards a... mills a land. Discards a... what? Faithless Salvaging. Untaps. Faithless Salvaging. Well, we'll see. I mean, our opponent could also have counters. We do have 2 Sorins, which is nice. Salvaging. Surveils. There's the Phoenix. Thought Scours in response. Mills a land. Faithless Salvaging. Well, I mean, this is the window. Barring Force of Negations. Opponent loots again. Untaps. Plays a land. Has a bolt. Gets back a Phoenix. Sure. And Chalice of the Void X0. Wow, that actually does something here. Yeah, that stops us from casting the Summoner's Pact, which is actually a big deal. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Wow, that is crazy. Opponent passes. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like another loss because we're unable to draw land. Wow, that's crazy. We found all of our combo pieces. Both games 2 and games 3, we just couldn't find the land to cast them. And now they do not win us the game, which is an issue. Opponent mills some cards, passes. Sorin. Yeah, that does it. Wow. Oh, no. Well, all right. Well, here you go, opponent. I guess that's just Magic. Disappointing Magic, but part of Magic. Chart a course. Surveils. Yeah, I mean, now it doesn't even matter, because if we draw land, we still don't win. So we're literally dead here. We draw land, we play Sorin, we put this into play, we put this into play. Doesn't actually matter. So we're actually just straight up dead. Huh. Wow, we had the turn 3 win. We just didn't hit the land to cast our pieces. The opponent goes to combat. Attacks for a billion. Hits us. Down to 6. Passes. We draw a land. Unfortunately, several million years too late. Get a whatever, doesn't matter. Play a Sorin. Also doesn't matter. Put a Morophon into play. Also doesn't matter. Put it on Sliver. Play a Crowd Shredder. Pass the turn. I mean, our only hope is that we can somehow block through this. Not likely, but you never know. Opponent. Manamorphose. Surveils. I mean, if our opponent can't interact with anything, or find bolts, or find more arc lights, there is a chance that we can block and untap and then try to win from there. More Manamorphosis. It's a pretty strong Magic card. Surveils a Shattering Spree. Opponent, make more manas. And there's the bolt, and that does it. Wow. Well, that was one of the most disappointing losses I've had in a while. We had everything set up to go off and win that game. Just couldn't draw land number 3. Ouch. Much about nothing time. We are comboing off. Hopefully, maybe. Sorin, Morophon. Oh my god, no lands. Many Sorins. All All right, this will keep. So we got the Sorin. We can suspend this. Opponent's on Luris. Yeah, I guess we put Search to the bottom. All right, so we need to find Morophon and first Sliver, preferably. Tap land, go. We'll see what kind of Luris deck our opponent is. Hopefully not a Thoughtseize kind. All right, they're a Thoughtseize kind. Dragon Rage Channeler, all right. Verdant Catacombs, crack it. Well, it's gonna be a race. So we have black. I guess we need white, green? Yeah, get a Temple Garden. Untap. Yeah, Bobble. Sure. So for the combo to work, we need Sorin. We need Morophon to put into play with Sorin, and then we need preferably first Sliver. Opponent gonna crack, take a peek, sees a Cloud Shredder Sliver. Well, play a land. Suspend Profane Tutor, go. We also need one more land. Opponent, good draw a card. Sure. Bloodstain Mire, cracks it. Blood Crypt, untapped. And there's a Thoughtseize. Yeah. I mean, that is something we're a bit worried about. The discard is really good against us. I assume our opponent takes the Sorin, but we'll see. If they take the Cian, now we need many combo pieces. We're gonna have to hope that we draw some naturally. We can't just count on tutors at this point. Summoner's Pact. All right, well, Wishclaw Talisman. So this can get a first Sliver. Opponent bolts our face, surveils. The lack of a land is also becoming an issue. Opponent leaves the card on top. Verdant Catacombs, cracks it. And Death Shadow. And oh my god, so we're dead next turn. Gets him a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Well, come on, good draws. Profane Tutor comes down. We need a Sorin. Yeah, I'll take the Sorin. Land, please? Wow, we need to live one more turn and we can't. If we had drawn the land, we were good. But we did not draw the land. Yeah, all right, no good. Sure, that's unfortunate. Oh, for want of a land. Well, Ley Line of Sanctity in. Go down. Couple of Summoner's Packs. Go down an Eladrami's Call. And let's go down all the Summoner's Packs and also bring in 2 Engineered Explosives. Ooh, I'm a little worried about cutting so many tutors. We'll see. We will see. This is a deck that you'll see as we play it. It's very all or nothing. The all is hilarious and spectacular. The nothing is literal nothing, which is well, we saw that game where we did literally nothing. Well, I mean, we are going to keep this. We get to start with the Ley Line, so we're not going to get Thoughtseize, but we still need quite a few pieces. Tap land, go. Opponent. And we have less tutors to find them, which is awkward. Blood Crypt, untapped. And Dragon's Rage Channeler. And Bobble. I feel like we saw this start before. Mills of Tarmogoyf. And Bubble. All right, so opponents bobbling all over the place here. Sure, Bobble. They can't target us, so they got to target themselves. Wow, they have this Dragon Rage Channeler turned on turn 1. That's a little bit annoying. We draw more lands. Well, Windswept Heath, go. I don't think we're going to run out the explosives yet because our opponent can kill it. Opponent, going to crack the Bobble. Yeah, it's not ideal that our opponent has turn 1 Dragon's Rage. This card is bonkers. Absolutely ridiculously bonkers. Opponent, untap land. More Dragon's Rage. Goes to combat. Hits us. Well, crack this. Down to 16. Get a Overgrown Tomb tapped. Untap. Cloud Shredder, not very helpful. Windswept Heath, crack it. Get a... Oh, we still need we need a lot of pieces still. Get a snow-covered, and it doesn't really matter, plains. Explosives on 1. Pass the turn. So we can Grim Tutor for Sorin, but we still need Morophon and we still need first Sliver. That's one of the downsides about sideboarding is we took out a bunch of tutors, which, I mean, our sideboard cards are helping keep us alive, but at the same time, it's reducing the odds that we find our combo pieces. Well, blow up the Dragon's Rages for now. Scourge of the Skyclave, massive, opponent passes, more land. Well, Grim Tutor, get a first Sliver, play Windswept Heath, pass the turn. White, green, black, blue, red. I mean, we can cast a Sliver next turn. I don't know if that's going to be enough because we're getting smacked brutally here. Opponent going to hit us. Although the Ley Line is helping. We got to hope there's not more Death Shadows and Scourge of the Skyclaves. So we take 5. Well, crack this. Get our Breeding Pool tapped. Untap. Gemstone Mine. Well, black, green, blue, red, white. Let's play the Hive Lord. Indestructible's nice. This is not the plan of the deck. We're not planning on hard casting our Slivers. I mean, we'll do it when we got to, but But that is not our goal. This is a good blocker for Scourge of the Skyclave, though. And with Leyline out, our opponent can't even Edict it, so we might have a chance to win in the most hilarious way possible. Opponent passes. Well, white, red, blue, green, black. First Sliver cascades into Cloud Shredder Sliver. Oh, is this lethal? Not quite. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, go to combat. Hit you for 7. Wow, watch him have like a fling or battle rage or something. That would get us. Opponent's out. So we win next turn unless our opponent has a way to kill us through our indestructible blockers. Opponent land. I mean, the Scourge is huge. They need trample. They need trample basically, or like I guess a fling, which I don't think they're playing. Well, just how we drew it up. No combos. Just casting some Sliver Hive Lords. Opponent Overgrown Tomb down to 5. Assassin's Trophy. Okay. Inquisition. Okay. Lightning Bolt. Oh. Oh. All right. Janky casting Sliver plan. Score 1 for the good guys. Okay. Do we want to change anything else? Are we okay with this number of tutors? Can we go down to Cloud Shredder to add another tutor? Like, we do need Cloud Shredder eventually, or we do want it. I mean, maybe we don't need the haste. Let's bring it. The explosives was really good. You know what? Let's trim Cloud Shredders. Go back up, search for glory. Actually, let's go Eldrami's Call. Try it like that, I guess. Oh, what an unlikely win. Ooh. Oh, we're going to keep this because we got the ley line. We need a land in our first 2 turns. If we can suspend these profane tutors, we should be able to set the combo up. Opponent, Blood Crypt, untapped, Dragon Rage Channeler, no bobble. Land? Well, it is a land. It's not the one we wanted. Breeding Pool, tapped. We need a black source, actually, for these profane tutors. Should have been more specific with the magic gods. Vern Catacombs. Opponent hits us for 1. Sure. All right, there's our black source. This is going to hurt a bit, but it's totally worth it. Get a Godless Shrine untapped. Suspend Profane Tutor. I mean, we should be set up to win when Profane Tutor comes down with this hand. Overgrown Tomb. Opponent untaps. Not only win, but win spectacularly. Untap land. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, that's less good for us. Well, we get a swamp. Yeah, that is not great. And here comes the discard. I mean, we might still be okay. We'll see. Opponent mills a land. What do you take? The Sorin goes to combat. Hits us. We draw. We want to draw a combo piece now with how this is played out. Play the plains, suspend Profane Tutor, pass the turn. So we can get Sorin and Morophon. We need a first Sliver. We need like one more turn. Opponent. All this discard, stomping grounds. Tapped. Gets the Luris. Okay, that is a good outcome for us. Hits us. Well, Eladrami's Call. Get Morophon. Untap. Come on, first Sliver off the top would be the best. Well, tutor up Sorin. Actually, white, black, blue. Yeah, we can't cast stuff anyway. All right, so we're getting Sorin. We're drawing Verdant Catacombs. Now let's play Sorin. Put Morophon into play. Naming Sliver. Explosives on 1. Verdant Catacombs. All right, hold Morophon. Hold. Opponent, lad. Wow. All right. Our opponent hitting everything. All right, get the snow-covered forest. Well, that is unfortunate. Engineered explosives on 0 to try to get rid of our engineered explosives and grow the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Wow. Yeah, our opponent having 2 Assassin's Trophies might let them steal. I'll crack this. Get a green, white, black, red. So get a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Blow our explosives. Get rid of your Dragon Rage Channeler. I mean, worst case, we can just tutor up a... Oh, this is actually really interesting. I don't know what we do now. The Assassin's Trophies have given us a bunch of mana. So opponent's last card is Luris. I do not know what to tutor here. Profane Tutor. What are we taking? We can hardcast Morophon, and then if we draw a Sliver, we get to go off. We can take the first Sliver and just spin, not go infinite, but start building a board. Like, Morophon sets us off to potentially... Oh, boy. It really depends on what we top deck. Like, if we're going to top deck a first Sliver, then Morophon just lets us win the game. But if we don't, it's going to be risky. Our opponent's going to lure us back Dragon's Rage. There's just there's a chance that we just fizzle, that is so awkward. I don't know what to take here. Well, let's take first Sliver. Okay, we drew a Hive Lord. Green, white, black, red, blue. First Sliver. Cascades into Leyline, which I guess does sort of something. Tick up, play the land. I guess this lifelink is actually kind of nice. Sorin can give anything lifelink, which is huge. All right, opponent, just allure us. Wow, we might be winning this without the combo again, which is ridiculous. This deck usually cannot win without the combo. So I assume Dragon's Rage returns. Yup, opponent, pass it. Well, crack this, then the deck. Still would like to draw Morophon. If we ever just top deck Morophon, we win. Untap, search for glory. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sliver Hive Lord. Cascade. Profane Tutor. Get Sliver Legion. Tick up on first Sliver. Gain 7. Our opponent assassin trophied all of our stuff, and that gave us the mana to just hardcast our stuff, which is so unlikely. This is not what the deck's supposed to be doing. This is not this is not the idea about it. I mean, we might get to combo next turn. We'll see what our opponent draws. If the Sorin sticks, we can search for Glory Morophon, Sliver Legion, and theoretically start the combo. Do the Voidwalker? Sure, that's fine. The Shadow returns. Well, okay, I think it's finally party time. Opponent gonna get in. Oh, they're gonna kill the Sorin. All right, so we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. We draw. Razorverge Thicket. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sliver Legion. Cascade into explosives on 0. Not great. You know what? I don't actually. Well, we want to get it out of the deck probably. Oh, can we pay for it? Does this work? Okay, that does not work. I don't know why it was giving us the option. Well, play the tap land. Do we even attack? So we're taking 6? Probably not. Play Razorverge Thicket past the turn. What a weird game. This is the weirdest opponent attacks. So Search for Glory can get basically any of our good stuff. Opponent finds explosives just to surveil, sure. Mills Inquisition. Cracks it, sure. Turns on Dragon's Rage. Opponent hits us. Down to 14. Opponent passes. We draw another land somehow. All right. So now what? We just need Cloud Shredder, right? And we win? Well, let's search for glory. So Sorin gains us life. First Sliver gives us the most cascades. Cloud Shredder is lethal. All right, we're taking first Sliver. White, green, red, black, blue. First Sliver. 2 cascades. Cloud Shredder. Profane Tutor gets us a, probably first Sliver. Cascade. Grim Tutor gets us a Morophon. All right, well, kill us if you can, opponent. Kill us if you can. If we live, we get to go off next turn. We're at 14, that's pretty, we're not attacking. All right, opponent, do your worst. Opponent can cast a Tutor with the Voidwalker, which is kind of hilarious. Another Death Shadow. Wow, we are doing this on the hardest mode. Opponent, Voidwalker. What are they casting? First Sliver. Okay, cascades into a Thoughtseize that opponent can't really cast. This is fine, because we're finally going to get to combo, I think. There's a first Sliver. Last card. Another Voidwalker. Oh, I think we got there. Opponent. I'm telling you, this is not how this is supposed to go. We're not supposed to just draw a million lands and hardcast Morophons. That is not the plan. Now we're going to crack. I don't know if we got lands left, honestly. 1. All right. Well, untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Morophon. Cascades. Into Wishclaw Talisman. Morophon named Sliver. First Sliver for free. Cascade. There it is. Cloud Shredder. That finally does it. That also cascades. Should hit us a Tutor, and we got there. Or these explosives. These explosives after sideboarding are a little clunky, aren't they? Well, play explosives. Get it out of the deck. Cloud Shredder. Cascade again. Leyline of Sanctity. But I mean, this just does it, right? This is just game. Opponent's got no flying blockers. Go to combat. Attack you. Everything flies. Everything indestructible. Everything haste. Oh, good golly. In some way, wow, they had Teamer Battle Rage in hand too. In some way, wow, they would have killed us the next turn. Good thing we won there, because this with Double Strike and Trample actually would have gotten us. In some ways, this is the best win because it's so unlikely that we win this way. This is so far from what the deck normally is trying to do, which is just like combo off with this Cascade stuff on turn 3-ish. Turn 4. This is the turn 9 hardcast Morophon plan, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Much brew about nothing time. We are wombo comboing in Modern with some Morophon Sliver combo. Morophon Sorin Sliver combo, and sounds actually kind of good. We're gonna have to spend a lot of mana and time tutoring, but we can tutor up every piece we need, assuming we don't get got by Thought Seizes and such. Definitely keeping. Gemstone Caverns, get rid of the Gemstone Mine, so we have permanent mana. Turn 1 Suspend Profane Tutor is pretty sweet. Misty Rainforest, opponent passes. Well, Razor Verge Thicket, Suspend Profane Tutor. Go. Let the tutoring begin. Opponent cracks Misty. So blue mana is a little scary because it means counters, and counters are good against our deck. We got a pretty good, we got a pretty good plan after sideboarding for dealing with tutors, but game 1, not as much. Well, take down the Profane Tutor. Breeding Pool, tapped. Also gonna be interesting. There's a chance we win next turn if we can resolve our spells, which is not a guarantee. Scalding Tarn. Opponent cracks it. Island. Well, Teferi. All right, well, let's see if they get a Force of Negation. Eladrami's Call. Oh no, this shuts down our tutor. Hiss. Boo. All right, so we don't win next turn. Oh, yeah, Teferi's really good against Suspend. That's a bummer. New plan is lose. I think Control is probably our worst matchup. They just have so much interaction that can shut down our combo. So we don't get to tutor. We do get to Search for Glory. Get a Sorin. If we somehow resolve things, we got the win. Opponent, land. Taking up Teferi. With Teferi, our opponent's never got to tap out, though, so I think we're just hoping for miracles. Well, 1, 2, 3, play Sorin. Oh, no, Teferi shuts down our... Oh, my God, this is bad in every way. Teferi shuts down our Cascade, too. Oh, we just can't beat Teferi. All right, well, I take it all back. We're super dead. We just straight up cannot beat what our opponent's doing. Opponent. Big, okay. Yeah. I mean, probably gonna get yelled at, but literally Teferi locks down every bit of our combo. So, how much can we bring in? We probably need Defense Grid. Oh, what do we do about Teferi? That's the issue. Teferi's so good. 3-mana Teferi is so good against us. So go down Summoner's Packs. Go up the defense grids to beat counters. Go down a Wish Claw, a Sliver Legion, a Cloud Shredder, and go 3 Assassin's Trophies to kill Teferi? Oh, that was disappointing because we had the full combo. Like, we were set up to go off, but a single Teferi. Boo. Wasn't even Old Border. It was Old Border Teferi with the clunky wording, then I would accept losing to it, but as it is, boo. Alright, this sounds fine. We need another land. We don't have counter hate, but we can kill a Teferi. Tap land for our opponent. Well, crack this. Get a Stomping Grounds? Stomping Grounds lets us cast everything, right? Alright, get a Stomping Ground. Untap. Mana Confluence. And let's Eladrami's Call while our opponent's tap down. Get a Morophon. That little delay makes me a little bit nervous because that suggests Force of Negation. Opponent, Flooded Strand. And land off the top, please. Profane Tutor. Well, I guess we'll suspend it. Go. Opponent cracks the Flooded Strand. Triume. Flooded Strand. Passes. And land off the top. Take down Tutor. Land. If they wait till next turn to play Teferi, we can't even Assassin's Trophy it. Doubly brutal. All right, there's the land. So, well, Sorin 1. We have 2, so if our opponent counters it, then fine. Wow, I don't even care. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess we just tick it up. I don't really want to put Morophon into play until we can do more with it. Opponent. Island. Little Shark. You could say a baby shark even. Opponent, please not Teferi. Prismatic Ending kills our Sorin. Well, we are going for it. We got another Sorin. We're going. We're trying. If we fail, we fail, but this is it. This is the turd. Can we beat the baby shark? Can we beat the super obnoxious Teferis? Profane Tutor. Gonna tutor us up a first Sliver. Still gotta dodge Force Negation. All right, first Sliver. We have the win in hand. Can we resolve the Sorin? Sorin resolves. Well, now we should be good. Morophon into play, named Sliver. First Sliver. Do some cascading. And maybe enough in our bad matchup with the Teferis. Aladrami's call. We will take it. Oh, now we like literally have the full. Oh, jeez. Okay. So opponent does have an answer. Oh, no. No. Oh, what a blowout. Okay, well, now we have a first Sliver that our opponent can, I'm sure, bounce with the Teferi. Oh, we got Modern Horizon 2'd. They have so many free interactive spells now, don't they? Opponent land. Big Teferi. Tucks the first Sliver. Yeah. It's the Sorin. Well, we draw Sliver Hive Lord, which will never be cast. We do get to shred the Teferi, which is something. Oh, that Solitude was so good against us. Well, hit the Teferi. Yeah, this might just be a really bad matchup. Teferi's counter spells and free Swords to Plowshares. Add all those things together, and it is bad news for us. Opponent. I mean, if we ever draw another Sorin, we're already down 2, but it would be good. Hardcast a Shark Typhoon. Opponent passes. All right, Sorin off the top, please. Number 3, search for glory. So we can search up the Sorin. I think we got to kill the Shark Typhoon. That can build a board of flyers big enough to beat us even if we do combo. All right, pass. Well, hit you for 1, pass the turn. Next turn, we can try to search for glory and hope for a miracle or 2 about it. Sanctifying Vec, sure. Doesn't really do anything against us. Opponent passes. Well, we will search for glory. Get 8. I wonder if there's any argument to just trying to cast our Slivers. Like, we could take a land. And just hope to draw another land and just start hard casting stuff. Is that better than trying to Sorin? It's better against counters. That's for sure. That's a question. Like, getting a land if we draw another land lets us potentially fight through counters because we can just hard cast and cascade. Sorin, though, gives us opportunity to combo, but if we don't, then we're doing nothing. I think we're taking the land. I don't know if this is the right call. We'll find out. Because if we get one more land, we have all these 5-color Slivers that we could just cast. I wonder if playing 1 Cavern would be worth it. It's not really easy to tutor up, though. I guess Profane Tutor can get it. Are we looting? Archmage's Charm to draw some cards. Opponent, land, and something brutal. Teferi, pretty brutal. Teferi bounces our Sliver. Yeah, that shuts down our Cascade. Oh, Teferi. This matchup's so bad. Sorin. Well, let's... Oh, we can't even kill it with Cloud Shredder, can we? All right, we need to kill Teferi, hopefully. Opponent counters. How does our opponent always have 2 cards in hand? No matter how many spells our opponent casts, they always have 2 cards in hand. We will pass the turn. Opponent untaps with a brutal Teferi. Misty Rainforest gets an island. Untaps. Ticks up Teferi. Goes attacking. We draw. First Sliver. Well, we will play Sorin. Opponent. Well, resolves. All right, so Morophon on Sliver. Sliver Hive Lord. Go to combat. Attack Teferi. Attack Teferi. Attack our opponent. Opponent blocks. Okay, we're sort of in this. Kinda. Opponent's gonna loot. We will discard a first Sliver. Opponent's looking for answers. Discards a land. Untaps. We have Indestructible, but that... Oh, all right, they hit another Teferi. It never ends. It never ends. Another Teferi off the top. Draws another card. Goes to combat. Going to attack our Sorin. We untap. Wow! Oh my god. Wow. Oh, jeez. That's insanely brutal. All right, yeah. Oh, no. Teferi into a Wrath. Our opponent needed both of those cards, too. Like, they needed the full 5-card combo, and, oh, jeez. Opponent, Wall of Omens to draw a card. Oh. They draw a Narset. Things keep getting better for our opponent. Opponent takes down Narset, gets a counter spell, and we will scoop it up. That was brutal. Control is a bad matchup, period. No excuses. On the other hand, I thought we actually fought through it and had him. Our opponent drawn into Teferi number 2 plus Supreme Verdict was not ideal. Much brew about nothing time. We are Sorin Morophon comboing. I guess we keep this. We have the Sorin. We don't have Morophon or the first Sliver. We have a couple other random Slivers. So we're going to need to draw a tutor or two. Opponent thinking. Windswept Heath. Go. Snow-covered swamp for our opponent. Opponent takes Sliver Legion. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Get a breeding pool tapped. Untap. Moorlands, Vern Catacombs, go. Opponent, Swamp, passes. Well, Vern Catacombs get a Stomping Grounds. We're gonna have all of our colors. Sorin. Well, I mean, I guess we play it awkwardly. Sorin, dick her up. Go. Where's all of our tutors? Opponent, Snow-Covered Plains. And vindicates the Sorin. Opponent passes. Well, we will play a Sorin. Razor Verge Thicket, Tig up Sorin. I mean, we are currently a Morophon away if our opponent doesn't have more interaction from winning. Opponent, land. Come on. Morophon or immediate tutor to get it. Okay, opponent has more Vindicates. We draw more Sorins. Well, Windswept Heath. White, black, green, blue. Well, we can just get a snow-covered forest. Green, white, black, red, blue. So we're just going to hard cast the first Sliver. Cascade into a Summoner's Pack that we cannot cast. Pass the turn. What do you got? Cracks the Marsh Flats. Godless Shrine. Tapped. Opponent adepts. Doothy Voidwalker. Okay. Urborg. Opponent passes. Oh, come on, deck. There's Morophon. All right, 1, 2, 3. Play Sorin. Take down Sorin. Morophon on Sliver. Cloud Shredder. Cascade into Profane Tutor. Into Sliver Hivlord. Sliver Hivlord. Cascade into Eladrami's Call. And that should do it. That should do it. Sliver Legion. And Sliver Legion, Cascade, and that does it. We got the full Sliver army. Sure, play another Cloud Shredder, why not? Cascade, we're not even going to bother to cast it. Here they come, Cloud Shredder, Sliver Legion. Opponent had some disruption. They thought seized and killed a bunch of Sorins, but not going to be enough here. I mean, I don't think our opponent can stop this. They would need a lot of paths. Big attack. Can you stop it, Voidwalker? Do you have a plan for this? Oh, the answer is no. And now we get to bring in ley lines, which are pretty good. Ley lines in. We'll go down 1 Sliver Legion, 2 Summoners Packs, 1 Cloud Shredder, and we might need some number of Assassin's Trophies, unfortunately, just to make sure we don't get got by Cascade Hate. Do we keep this? Yeah, I mean, I guess we do. We got multiple tutors. It's not fast. Opponent, seize. Takes Profane Tutor. Sure. Cloud Shredder. Well, tap land, go. And Craig's Marsh Flats. Ooh, Stoneforge. All right, that's frightening. Stoneforge for Cauldra is a clock. Yeah, there's a Cauldra. Well, we'll see. We are now officially on a pretty fast clock. We keep drawing Cloud Shredders. Well, we will play Wish Claw. Pass the turn. So what do we need here? We need Sorin in the first Sliver. Although, even just Sorin to get down Morophon would be helpful. Because Morophon is big enough to block Cauldra. All right, here comes Cauldra. Sure. All right, deck. Give us a good draw. Opponent, Cauldra. Hits us. 15. Urborg. Down to 15. We draw Breeding Pool. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. So we either need to top deck Sorin or the first Sliver here, and we got a shot. Because we can use the Wish Claw to tutor up the other one, theoretically. That's what we need. Opponent hits us for 5, down to 10. Plays a land. Well, this is a big top deck. Another Stoneforge. So we have what? 8 out of 50 that we hit. Not great odds, but not horrible odds. Opponent, you're gonna get Batter's Call, I assume. Well, the draw of the game, win or loss, it all comes down to this, and Eladrami's Call. Ooh, all right, tap land, go. Well, we'll see. Is this gonna be fat? This can get the piece we needed. Do we live long enough? What does our opponent have? They do have red mana, so they could have bolts in their deck. Opponent hits us down to 5. And please no thought seizing. Thought seize. Okay. That's not what we wanted our opponent to top deck this turn. Not good. Oh, now we're back to the same. Well, now it's 8 out of 49, which is an increase. We have slightly better odds. I'm sure they take Aladrami's Call. We have slightly better odds than last turn. Wow, they take a Cloud Shredder's Sliver. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's the upside of playing a wacky brew. Aladrami's Call. Well, we'll see. We might have a shot. We'll see what interaction our opponent has. Take a first Sliver. Untap. We draw land. So, we will Wishclaw Talisman. Take Sorin. Play Sorin. Tick it down. Morophon on Sliver. The first Sliver, Cascade. Do they have instant speed removal? Oh, they do. Cascade into Profane Tutor doesn't matter. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So opponent had the answer that game. Well, run it back. We're on the play this time. We would love to have a Leyline hand. Leyline is probably our best card in this matchup, or one of them. All right, we get to play first. No Leyline, but a bunch of tutors. We will keep and see what happens. Please don't thought seize us too much, opponent. Well, Verdant Catacombs, go. Conceal Courtyard. And passing, we draw more of. Wow, we just need a land. We just need a land. Pass the turn. I mean, this is assuming we don't get thought seize, but opponent, Snow-Covered Plains, Stoneforge. All right, this is it. If we top deck a land, we win the game here on turn 3. We do have to crack this, which does sadly thin the deck slightly. Opponent gets Scaldra. Well, Verdant Catacombs, Snow-Covered Forest. Come on, land. Come on, land. Any land. Aladrami's Call. First Sliver. Come on, land for the win. Untap. Magic Gods say yes. All right. Thank you, Magic Gods. Windswept Heath, crack it. And now we should be good, unless there's like a Solitude or something. Snow-Covered Plains. Sorin. Play Sorin. Take down Sorin. Morophon on Sliver. First Sliver. Cascade. Does our opponent have Solitude? They might. They're not letting this Cascade resolve. Okay. Assassin's Trophy. That's an awkward Cascade. Kill the Stoneforge, I guess. Opponent gets a Swamp. Cloud Shredder Sliver, Cascade. Profane Tutor. That's a good one. Get a Sliver Legion. And opponent scoops it up. Woo! That's what the combo wants to be doing. That was a good one. Boy, the deck is pretty powerful. It seems so incredibly janky, but it actually manages to pull off the combo a surprising amount. Like, I mean, I guess it's the fact that we just have all the tutors. Like, we just have so many tutors that we actually managed to find all the pieces pretty consistently. Deck's so wonky. All right, sweet. So what did we learn this week about Morophon Sliver combo in Modern? And the deck sort of crushed it. We went 3-1, but really, we should have went 4-1. Our loss to, is it Phoenix? Oh my goodness. We won game 1 with the combo. Game 2, good draw, all set up to combo. All we got to do is draw land number 3 for Sorin. Never did after a whole bunch of turds. And then game 3, same exact story. The nut draw, our perfect hand. Turn 3 kill, all in hand. All we got to do is draw land number 3, and we never drew land number 3, ended up dying to the Phoenix beat. So that one was a little bit disappointing. But really, considering how janky and weird this deck looks, it actually kind of works and actually can pick up a lot of wins. So I really enjoyed this deck. It's weird, it's wonky, it's fun, but it is pretty competitive. When you hear 3-card combo, your initial thought is usually, well, that can't be really competitive. And often that's true, although this deck, it's got 18 tutors. And having 18 tutors makes it pretty easy to find our combo pieces, so consistency usually isn't much of an issue. The bigger issue for the deck is just interaction. We can get wrecked by counter spells. Our one very convincing loss was to the control deck, where our opponent just had free counters, free Swords to Plowshares and Solitude, and all that cheap free interaction just made it really hard to stick a combo piece and win the game. We do have sideboard plans for that with a defense grid, but still, that's where the deck runs into trouble, is just the super interactive decks. Although, in our last match, we played against White-Black Stoneblade. Our opponent had a bunch of thought seizes, was able to like rip apart our hand, and we still got there for the win. So we get by a little bit of interaction, but the hardcore like draw-go control decks, that's where the deck does struggle a bit. But oddly, the deck feels pretty competitive. It's definitely hilarious. It's definitely fun. The upgrades, definitely make it even better. I think the biggest one is the fact that we can cast our stuff now. The original builds of the deck were really focused on the Sorin plan and didn't have a realistic plan for hard casting our slivers. You'd have to draw 2 gemstone mines because we didn't have the off-color fetches. We didn't have more 5-color lands. So I think the biggest upgrade we made to the deck, along with some of the new tutors like Profane Tutor, is really just making the mana so we can hard cast stuff. And we actually saw that matter in some games. We had a game where we won, and we won the match because we were hard casting our slivers. That's not what we're supposed to do. That's not what we want to be doing. But now with a full 5-color mana base, that is a thing we can do. And just hard casting a 7/7 first sliver and cascading on turn 5, that's not bad. So I love this deck. The deck's fun, it's weird, it's unique, and it's kind of competitive. That's exactly what you want for these crazy modern decks. So that is Morophon Sliver combo. That's our much brew for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.